of this amazing project, the I'm Loving Me Project, where we inspire you to love yourself. Now, you guys know you got to be patient with me because I'm sitting here on a pillow and I still got my little knee up here, but we gonna work this thing out. I want to let you guys know that I am super excited this week. We kick off our Becoming Truly You, which is happening this Saturday. If you are in Atlanta, or if you are going to be in Atlanta, or if you are coming by visiting, or whatever it is that you're doing, come see me and some wonderful ladies this Saturday at the Legacy Center. We're going to uh, be having some fun, some networking. We are going to express and be talking about some self love. So I'm really, really hoping that you guys come out. The link to the event, I want to say, is right here. I think I copied it. The link to the event is right here. You could go ahead and get it. Tickets are only $35. And bring a friend with you, bring a girlfriend with you, bring, you know, a young lady who is 16 and over with you. Because the whole point of this thing is to learn how to take the steps to becoming truly you, right? To start your journey right from where you are. And then as time goes on, you'll be able to see how you blossom. So, also, the last thing, as far as announcements is concerned, is that I'm going to be in Pittsburgh in September, September the 26th. We are going to do the Becoming Truly You there and talk to some amazing women and just get involved and get everything going. We are also going to do our Selfish conference in October. That will be coming out this week, I believe. It's kind of like our mirror workshop that we had 2 years ago. So that's where we're going to be doing the deep work at our Selfish conference. Um, I'm bringing everybody, all the big guns that I can, to come out and help you guys. We're going to have trauma experts, we're going to have self love experts, relationship experts, and we're just going to get into it. That will be a 2-day event because I want to make sure that we really dive into what we need to really get out. And I know that you guys are going to need support for that. Like I tell you guys, I too am working on my healing. Once I tell you all these wonderful stories that I got, hey Kim, and just being around these amazing people, we all just gonna come together for 2 days and really make it happen. So we got Becoming Truly You. We're doing it in Atlanta and in Pittsburgh. We're gonna do our Selfish conference in October, and then we're gonna have our Students Without Mothers fundraiser in December, where we're gonna help these kids, students who mother has either passed or been incarcerated, help them go ahead and go to college. We had a great fundraiser last year. We had a great fundraiser the year before. And so we're going to take everything up a notch. So basically, what I'm telling you guys is we about to practice what we preach, right? We're going to come from behind the computer and we're going to start to really do the work that's needed to take our lives to the next level. And I'm not joking about that. We have plenty of time to go ahead and prepare ourselves and get things together. And so now we're going to do that. So, you guys come out if you can, fly in if you can. All the information will be coming out this week on what you can participate in. And then, I would love to see you guys. As far as my health is concerned, you see that I took a little bit of last week to do my own self care, to get myself together. I I went to go see the medical doctor. They said everything is going great with my blood clot thing here. Hey, Ashanti, the swelling has went down tremendously, but I've been trying to rest because I'm going to be for the next 5 months, working. And so he was like, get as much rest as you can. And then I go to my holistic doctor. They want to get you from the inside out, which I love too. So he gave me, this blood tonic to take, which has really been great. It got me off of the Tylenol, and so I don't have to take that anymore, right? So check this out, y'all. I'll tell y'all a quick story to make you laugh. Don't judge me, just laugh at me. That's fine, right? So having a blood clot, I don't know if you guys ever had one before. This is my first time. So I don't know. I did go to the doctor. We are going to take some tests to see if it's hereditary because I told you guys my sister passed from this. So we are going to, I'm in Atlanta, Ashanti. We are going to see if it's hereditary or just by chance it happened. We don't know, right? So anyway, so the problem is that you feel like you got a Charlie horse 24/7, right? And the swelling is, kind of bad because like the blood is trying to push through your leg and it really can't because it has the blockage, so it just swells up. But they tell you to keep walking on it and let the whatever could flow through, right? So that you can kind of be still mobile. And so I have the dogs this week, right? And so I gotta walk the dogs. I live in an apartment, so you gotta walk the dogs, and I walk them twice a day, right? And so I'm moving around, walking with them. I gotta take breaks, but I'm making it work, got the blood flowing, right? And I said, damn, I don't want to be able to continue to take the Tylenol because the Tylenol that I had was 625 milligrams for the muscle and pain, and it kind of numbed the pain, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't like all that stuff in my body. So what I did, I said, I'm gonna switch and I'm just gonna get me some edibles, get me some, gummies and all that stuff. It's a herb, I should be straight, and it'll work through my body, right? So I got me some edibles, and I didn't take the strong ones. I just got like the little gummy bears. Yeah, like the little gummy bears and maybe some of the Rice Krispie treats, right? I didn't get the like the hard ones, like the Fruity Pebbles. So look, y'all. So I take the gummies. I think I took two like the first time. And I don't know if y'all know, but it opens up your senses, right? So immediately, like your nose clear, you feel better, right? Ashanti, I'm gonna get to it, right? You feel better and everything. So all of a sudden, y'all, a bitch become a philosopher, right? Where I'm sitting up here and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, you know, I should go ahead and I should start calling some people just to figure out, what's going on in their life because I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here and I'm sitting around, right? And I'm getting my rest. But I'm wondering what's going on with such and such, and I'm wondering what's going on with such and such. So I started texting people, and I was just like, you know how you have the drunk uncle. I was like, I love you guys so much, and everything is going well with me, and I'm just sitting here thinking, about the amazing relationship we have and all this stuff, right? So they like, Glow, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fantastic. I'm like, I'm fantastic. And I was just sitting here thinking that, maybe we can all come together and then, we can probably, just do something nice for each other because, we have to be able to spread love anywhere we go, right? And so some of my friends are calling, they like, what are you on? I said, nothing. I said, I took some edibles, but I'm fine. And I could walk around and I'm cool, right? So then, y'all, I'm watching television because I'm trying to like de-stress and not do anything, right? Because self-care is very important. Here I am on YouTube watching the History Channel, and I'm watching like the little dumb thing, right? Like the secrets of the Bible and the hidden treasures of whatever, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm watching those things. And you know how you watch a movie? I know y'all do this. You know how you watch a program and then you go look it up after to see like who the real people were and exactly what they did. And so that was me. And so I called one of my best friends. And she called one of my best friends, y'all. And I was like, you know what? Alexander the Great, he had such high self-esteem. he had such he had such high self-esteem. I mean, he almost conquered the world. I'm sitting here looking at all these things, and they was like, she was like, can you please hang up the phone and go to sleep? Right. And so then, now this is the course of the week because I was advised not to come on and talk to y'all. I was advised not to come on and talk to y'all. They was like, don't do the inspiration in 30. How about you just relax? And I'm up there like, why are they telling me not to do it? And I'm sitting up here like, I believe I can because I love these women and all that. They was like, they know, they know you love them, Gloria. They know you are okay and they know what you're going through and everything, right? So I felt like whatever I had in me was just like enhanced, right? So check this out. No, Ashanti, it gets worse. So here I am. The next thing I'm doing is for some reason, I just caught myself watching all these Tabitha Brown videos, right? Because now I'm getting hungry. Now I'm getting hungry. And so the problem is, my holistic doctor was like, if you are on the blood tonic, cut down on the meat. Glow. The only thing that you could do is just do like little chicken, all that stuff or whatever, right? So in my mind, I'm saying, what? Oh, I should try vegan. But Tabitha Brown, she got the vegan stuff. So the Kroger is right here. I could walk to it, get my exercise, and I can go get some vegan food and then do the little vegan recipes to eat. So I saw where she made like the little, like the little press sandwiches, like the hummus and peppers and whatever. So here your girl go to the store, and I go to the store and I'm looking for the Tabitha Sunshine Season Salt, which I don't see. And so I go to another store and I can't find it. So I was like, all right, well, let me just make it the way I want to. Girl, a sister up here that made 2-3 sandwiches and was still hungry because it wasn't it was like no meat in it, right? Or nothing like that. So I'm sitting up here eating it, but it was good. And then I'm commenting like, oh, this is so good. I actually made the recipe and I actually followed through on this. Girl, the videos is from like 4 or 5 years ago. It's like she done moved on. So when I say that I had a great time in here by myself, I really did. But I was in my own little world. People was getting on me, telling me to get off the computer, don't do nothing, take care of myself. Because I was also, like messing up, sending out the wrong link, wrong email, all that or whatever. Right. So that was basically it. That was basically how I had my week. So I done calmed down on that. I'm doing great. And I thank y'all for all the prayers and the comments and the emails and everything. Okay. So now I want to get into the inspiration in 30 because this is something that I think it's important. And I was sitting up here and I was asking myself, I said, what is the best thing to do when you are going through things like this, right? Now I had a great team with me. I had, people who love me, who's around me. But when you really think about your life, right? I know I said I'm a chill this week. Ashanti. But when you really think about your life and you're thinking about how you are going on in your journey and you going about day to day, can you really honestly tell yourself that you are healing, or are you coping? Right? Now, here's the test that I want you to do for yourself. Let me just adjust myself right quick. You know you are healing when you can look at yourself without judgment, right? You know you are healing when you can sit and you can look at a situation and you can understand the role that you played in that situation, and it doesn't upset you that much, right? You also know for sure when you healing, when you can actually share how you feel, right? So if you're not doing any of those things, and there's more, if you're not doing any of those things, then are you really healing or are you coping? Now, what's coping? Are you shutting down when things happen? That's a coping mechanism. Somebody get mad at you, you get mad at them, they don't call you back, things don't work out for you, and the only thing that you do is you shut down. That's a coping mechanism. Okay. You run to the refrigerator and you decide that you want to cook all this food and you want to eat because it makes you feel better. That's a coping mechanism, right? And the only reason why I bring this up, and it's the topic of the inspiration in 30, is because sometimes we get lost in it, right? Where we think we're really focusing on our healing and we really focusing on ourselves. But what we are creating is just more coping mechanisms that we feel are right, but we really not solving the issue that we have inside, right? You say to yourself, oh my God, they made me so upset. I just need to go ahead and just get away from them, right? Is running your coping mechanism, or is it something that you use for healing? Because we have been coping with so many things our whole life that it becomes part of our nature. If you think about the last person you was upset with. Think about the last person you was upset with. And if you think about that person right now, right? What are some of the things that you did in order for you to go ahead and get through that situation? Did you cuss them out? Did you shut down? Did you start throwing things? Did you tell them to get out your face? Did you start posting on social media about how mad you are inadvertently at people? And then you find those nice little quotes, right? Did you go ahead and say, let me get out of here? Did you run? Think about it. Because if you did any of those things or whatever it is that you were doing, you learn how to do that through coping. That's your coping mechanism to go ahead and get you to not resolve the issue, but just to get past it, just as a layer, like a mask, right? Where really, you know that if you are working on your healing and you are really healing, you would express how you feel. You will let this person know, or those people, whoever it is, or the job, or whatever. You will let them know how you feel. And then you would know how to put up your boundaries and go ahead and take care of yourself, right? I'll give you a great example. So I was talking to a friend this weekend, and I first, we were going back and forth in text and stuff like that. And I said, "Oh, you know what? I want to go ahead and come over and just kind of hang out a little bit just to get out the house and all that stuff or whatever." So they was like, "Yeah, yeah, you could come and all this stuff." But when it came time to go and I was ready, they was like, "Oh, you know what? I was up late, last night. I really don't feel like having any company. You know, we could go ahead and we could do it, some other time." So I said, "Okay, that's fine." Then I find out later, because of a social media post, that they went somewhere else. So really, they didn't want to let me know that they had plans, because either they didn't want to invite me or they didn't know how to tell me that they had the plans because they already committed to me. So what they did was they felt like they had to tell a lie, but forgot that we got the same damn friends. You know what I'm saying? That we got the same friends. And so when I look on social media, I see you in the picture hanging out. And you told me you were tired, right? So at first, what's my first thing I'm thinking? I'm saying to myself, well, you could have just said that you were going out and you didn't even want to invite me, or you didn't think I can go, or whatever, right? So it stung a little bit in the beginning. And then I said to myself, I said, "Gloria, okay, there's a reason why this person did not tell you that they were going out and doing something else. And plus, why is it bothering you for whatever choice that they made? They could have been tired when you wanted to come over, felt good later, and decided to go out. They could have just lied and did not want you to go and got out of, hanging out with me and just wanted to just get out. It could have been a whole bunch of stuff that could have happened, right? Or a whole bunch of scenarios as to why that person did what they did. But I asked the question, why do you care, Gloria, about what they did and their actions? Are you healing, or are you trying to go uh, 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 the other route, where now you want to act out and say this person is not a friend and they lied and they did all this, or they did something to me? No, right? When you are on the healing journey, you can go ahead and say whatever it is that a person decides to do, how they want to approach you in doing that, that's their business. And it's okay. Maybe they were afraid or felt bad or felt guilty, and they just didn't want to tell me. I don't know. Right? But when you are in a healing situation, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what we do though, when we get mad at people and when people hurt us, we were taught to go ahead and cope with those feelings because when we were younger, we couldn't defend ourselves. We were told that we can't get angry and don't cry, or what is that? You're crying, whatever the little things that they said about, crying. You know, kids should be seen and not heard. Like, you take all that stuff in. So because you can't say what you want to say when you were younger, you can't do what you want to do when you were younger, you can't express how you felt, you gain these coping mechanisms. So if I wasn't working on my healing, I would have shut down. That would have been my first thing. Well, I'm like, nah, me and her ain't speaking because you did me wrong. Well, no, we don't know what happened, right? If I was coping and not healing, I would have been like, see, this person is not a real friend because you should have came to me. You should have told me. You should have let me know that you just didn't want to be around me. Well, how do you know that that was it? Because all of that is stories I'm telling myself. You get what I'm trying to say? Only because we think about the worst thing that people think about us, we make it a true story, and it makes us even madder with the person where we don't know what the hell was going on. Wouldn't you agree with that? If I would have sat here and not have worked through this thing, I would have came up with all kind of scenarios. I probably would have put a meme on social media like real friends do real things and all this stuff. Like, I would have done all that. Right? Because those are my coping mechanisms to help me deal with the underlying issue of saying to myself and feeling rejected because my friend, in my mind, my friend did not want to be with me. She chose someone else. Can you hear that? And then you say to yourself, well, Gloria, where have I felt like someone chose somebody else over me? When did I feel that rejection? Because it's happening now. It has happened before. And the way that I dealt with that is I was shut down. I would listen to sad music. I would try to write things to get myself together, but it wouldn't work. So I would oversleep, right? I would start blaming others. I would do all of that stuff because deep down inside, I felt rejection. When you are working on your healing and you're working on this process, y'all, you got to understand that you're going to go just like this until you start to level out. And the reason why is because there's so much ingrained in us from what we learned. We don't know what's real feelings and what's not. We got to learn, right? We got to learn. And then when we do recognize it, we have to work through that because our first thought is the hurt. Our first thought is the shutting down. Our first thought is the coping. Does that make sense? We're not going through the different scenarios about what happened. What we're saying is you did this to me, right? You hurt me. You rejected me. We're not going through, well, maybe they slept and then got up and felt like doing something, so they're going to do something. You know what we would do? Well, if that was the case, you could at least invited me. And then what kind of friends is she going with anyway? And why is it this? You go through all of that. Where bottom line is, people could do what they want to do, including you. However, they show up for you, you can't sit and take things personal because you don't know what the real story is. The only thing you're doing is telling yourself the story, one of the worst stories that you want to believe, because under that, you're hurt. Under that, you're fearful. Under that, you feel shame, right? Under that, you're angry. And because of that, you got angry because somebody did something to you. So you put your coping mechanism on top of that and you say, nah, I ain't mad. I knew they was going to do that. You know, that's just how they are. And I got to be able to do what I got to do for me anyway. Ain't nobody going to cry over that. I'm tired of crying. If I'm going to make this work, I got to put my big girl pants on and just get through it. Everybody get hurt sometime. Everybody get mad sometime. Everybody do all this sometime. And that's going to be me. You just gotta walk through it and get through it. That's not how you feel. That's not how you feel. That's your coping mechanism. That's what you're telling yourself so you don't feel the vulnerability, so you don't feel the hurt, so you don't address who you are. You don't get to the core. And then you put another layer on top of that where you go and you disperse that to everybody else. You throw out that energy to everybody else. And then you say, that bitch, she was supposed to do XYZ anyway, and I ain't never like her anyway. That's why she did such and such and such. And that's why this happened. And that's why I can't stand my manager because he this. No, honey, you hurt. You angry. You upset. You got rejected. You're jealous. You're fearful. You feel shame. You feel criticized. And you're masking it. Because you know what? That helps you not look at yourself. Right? People are going to be people. People are going to do what they want to do, including you. Does that make sense? Everybody has a dark side, if you like it or not. Everybody got that side of them where you don't want to be bothered. You don't want to be in a situation where you want to be around a whole bunch of people. There are some things that's going to make you tick, that's going to make you crazy, that's going to make you real out of control. Right? So what you got to do? What you got to do? Understand and know that person that's on the other side that you mad at, that you angry at, you haven't even discussed with them why they did what they did and why you felt what you felt. You just came up with a whole scenario as to why you think they did. Put your coping mechanism on top of that. And then now you sitting up here losing friends, family, relationships, and everything. Because of what you thought. Well, it's not true, y'all. The way you really heal is to remember who you are. Stay in your seat. Stay in your seat. You gotta remember who you are. You gotta remember what you value, what's important to you. In these moments, even when you're not thinking about it, give yourself time, to get yourself together to really realize that situation, because that's the only way you're going to bring down that anger and understand. Know who you are. Know what you value. See yourself and accept every part of you. Now, I'm not telling you you can't be angry because what they did was disappointing. I'm not saying that. What happened was disappointing. What happened came out the blue, right? But what I want you to do is I want you to see yourself in a situation. Accept what has happened. Ask yourself and remind yourself of who you are and know what makes you tick. Know what makes you crazy. Know what gets you off the rocker, because those are the things that are at your core that you're just not going to take, which are your boundaries. And when those things are violated, then you can make healthy, good decisions. And then that's when you know you're on your path to healing. And that's when you know that you are moving towards becoming the person who you really are and not just masking. Does that make sense? The next time you find yourself angry at someone or somebody piss you off or anything that happens, watch your actions. Figure out what you do. Do you walk away, get pissed off, shut down, do all that stuff, blame others, get on social media and cuss them out? You start to emotionally eat? Do you destroy property, start throwing things around? Do you abuse drugs and alcohol? Are you sitting up here doing all of the crazy stuff? That's coping mechanisms. If you find yourself in a situation where you start to understand your role in a situation, you can go for a walk. You can go ahead and figure out and be with yourself without judgment. Then you know you're healing. And I have not heard from my friend yet, but I will, right? And it's okay, because whatever it is, I don't care no more. It doesn't bother me, because I know whatever it is or what it was for her, she probably going through all these emotions, but I'm standing in what I know. I'm standing in what I know, right? I might not get it all right. And I did get upset. But when you know better, you do better. And if you can do just a small little thing and practice a small little thing, it gets so much better. And you see life so much different. So that's my prayer to you ladies today. Understanding the difference between healing and coping. When you go to work today, handling the kids, all of the stuff that you're doing, figure out what you're doing. Are you coping or are you healing? Okay. I love you, ladies. Make sure you go get your tickets. Make sure you pay attention to all the things that are going on. I gotta stand up. I can't sit in a chair that long. So now I gotta go move my body around. But I'll definitely see you guys. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll definitely see you on Wednesday, because I gotta meet with the doctor. Okay? You guys have a good day. Bye.